evening. Happy Saturday evening as we are preparing to climax the evening, man, and getting ready for our Sundays and whatever we do. For my case, I'm getting ready to minister on tomorrow. And I just want to say welcome, man, and thank you all for just giving me a few minutes of your time. I'm going to give you a few moments to get logged in here. This is unannounced, wasn't planned. As I told you once before, I do things according to the prompting of the Holy Spirit. I don't do things that are scheduled unless it's a regular scheduled service time. And of course, you know, Saturday night at 9:44 is not a scheduled service time. So I would want to give everyone an opportunity just to get in here and type something in here. And I'm streaming over about 8 different pages right now. My personal Facebook page, my church Facebook page, my Propelling Life Facebook page. I am in YouTube, and I'm also in Instagram right now and Threads. So just want to give you a moment, and when you get in, man, just type in, "Hey, I'm here watching." Let me know where you're watching from. I assure you, I'm not going to be very long. And if you get this on the replay, when you do watch it, type in replay. Got the QR code. Scan it. Tap in. Send me your comments. Let's talk. You got any questions? But real briefly, I want to just talk about something is very near and dear to me. Those that know me in ministry, what have you, and on the job, I'm a very caring, compassionate, and loving person. And my heart in ministry has always been those that are the single women within the church that are dating, the youth, the widows. I'm just that guy that happen to care a lot about people in general. I care about the brothers that may be hurting that are going through, and 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 what I found is that it's real out here, people. It's real. Relationship challenges, they're real. And as I have just casual conversation with people, I meet people. I was with someone today, had an appointment, and I sat and I began to conversate and minister with this young person, and it's always the relationship challenges, and as we conversated, we even talked about the challenges and the dangers of dating today, being single and dating today. You know, we talked about that, and some of the things that really challenge people is that they really don't know who they are involved with. You get what's called a honeymoon phase, and you go through various things, and then you realize that when it get real, or when things begin to change up on you, you find out that it's really not what you signed up for. It's really not who you thought this person was going to be, or they find out that you're really not who you thought you were going. It's just such a great gamut of things that are found out. But what I have really established and discovered on this is that we don't take the time to really get to know anyone anymore in relationships because we are so lustfully attracted and lustfully after them that we really don't know the damage that's coming with that person when they enter into a relationship. And I know it's Saturday night, some getting ready to go to the clubs, whatever they do. But I pray that someone takes the time to listen to this on tonight because it may save somebody from a relationship that's going to lead them into some serious issues later on in life. And I just want to talk to you about this biblically. I got about 6 minutes and I'm going to be done. This is a 10-minute feed. Uh, and that's about it, 10 or 12 minutes. And that's all I have that I want to share with you on tonight. What I have found is that uh, we miss out on the opportunity to love someone is because one of the key elements of being in a relationship and getting to know someone is willing to humble yourself and to give up self, to sacrifice what you want for the person that you want to be in relationship with. A lot of times we take relationships to be a one-on-one, a one-sided or or one desirous relationship, meaning that it's all about me and I'm going to get what's for me. And if they don't want to do it, then I'll move on because I know my value. You think you know your value when you're not willing to really humble yourself and seek that time to get to know this person that you have found a common interest in. Those that are checking in, take a moment to just write in the private chat here, hey, where you're watching from and what have you, and post any questions you may have. And I want to talk about this for a moment. When I looked at First Peter chapter 3, verse 8, I read this text and it started off with the word finally. And then the text follows all of you. And then it says, have unity of mind. Now, the word unity means that we're coming together to be one. We're unified. We're coming together as a core, as a bond. We're being intertwined. We're coming into relationship. Relationships are about unity. But there's a unity of the mind. And I know Paul is talking about the Christian church here. But what I want someone to understand on tonight is that we need to understand that it's very important that when we enter into a relationship that we have a unity of mind, a mind. And then we have to understand that sympathy and a tender heart, and we got to learn how to humble ourselves so that we can actually hear, see, and be able to fulfill the needs of those that we are in a relationship with. Some of the people I've talking to that have gone through broken relationships, one of the things that has caused them to have a broken relationship is they didn't know how to be in a relationship or how to be humble or how to care for someone else because they have never been loved themselves or they've always been in a selfish do me relationship their entire life. I tell you on tonight that First Peter, the Apostle Peter, also goes on and says we need to learn how to love one another earnestly. Love one another earnestly. Why is that important? And the Bible teaches us that because when we learn how to love, love covers a multitudes of sin. Well, one thing that has happened is that we've forgotten how to love, and that's why we don't know how to forgive, and we hold hurtful uh, things within our heart because we can't let go of the hurt that we've experienced. And a lot of times, hurt in a relationship is not always intentional. A lot of times, it's unintentional. Sometimes we do know what we're doing when we hurt, but a lot of times, there's no intent to intentionally hurt someone. It's just the actions where we lose control of where we are, what we're saying, and what we're doing, and we miss the mark of the importance of the relationship. One more scripture I want to give you on tonight is that when we get down into the book of Ephesians, Ephesians chapter 4, Paul gives the scripture to the Ephesian church and tells the Ephesian church, rather speaking the truth in love, we are to grow up in every way into him who is the head, into Christ, from whom the whole body joined and held together for every joint with which is equipped when each part is working properly, makes the body grow so that it builds itself up in love. What did I just say here? We have to look at growing and maturing so that now as we learn how to love that we're able to grow with one another to grow. Paul writes to the Ephesian church and he's telling them that hey, don't just speak the truth in love, but he said grow up in every way into Christ, from whom the whole body is joined together. He said, grow up in that. He said, so that we may be equipped. And when each part of the relationship is working properly, it makes the body grow so that it builds itself up in love. If if you're not able to grow and learn how to love, how are you going to be able to be loved and to love someone else? If you had to ask yourself, what are some of the greatest challenges in a relationship that you're in right now or that you have been in? And believe it or not, someone that's going to watch this in a challenged relationship right now was looking for an answer on tonight. And they were trying to figure out, where do I go from here? What is it about this relationship that I'm in? I'm not going to tell you your relationship is broken. I'm going to tell you that there is some love missing in your relationship, and not the bedroom love, but some real genuine love where you learn how to love one another for who they are. What do you do when you grow old in love? What do you do when you've been with someone for a number of years and they no longer have the physique that they had when you met them 15, 20, 30 years ago, when she has given birth or he's been so consumed he can't work out, all he do is work now, come home, eat. What happens to that point? Where is the love then? Can we just have some real talk? Where is the love when there is no there is nothing that you are physically lustfully after? Do you still know how to love when you get past the lust? Can you love when you get past the lust? Can you love the way you love somebody the way that you want to be loved? Are you willing to make that sacrifice on tonight? Are you willing to just step outside of self and step into relationship with someone else and say, you know what? Let's give this a go. Somebody has lost a very good relationship because they were not willing to give up some things within their own life to make it work with someone whom they really thought they could make it with on tonight. I want to challenge you as I get ready to close this out. Learn how to grow in love instead of going in love, instead of falling in love, going into lust, hoping to grow together. Learn how to love first. There are a lot of single people, young and mature in age, out here tonight that just want to be loved. There are a lot of people that are in the church that are single, and all they want to do is just want to be loved. There are people that come into the church and all they want to do is just be loved. Tonight, I want you to make a commitment for all of you that are struggling with how to love somebody the way that you want to be loved, that you're afraid to let go because you've been hurt by somebody else. As one of our ministers would say at New Life, you got to learn how to love like you've never been hurt before. Are you willing to love? Love, man. Love. You know why we have so much violence and so many domestic abuse charges and broken families, why children are without their fathers, and while husbands and wives are separated? It's because there's a loss of love and respect for one another. I'm just going to have real talk. We've forgotten how to love. We forgot how to respect. We forgot how to value and to hold on to relationships where relationships mean something today. My relationship with my wife has not always been the perfect relationship. We've gone through some things as well in life, through dating, through marriage. We've gone through some things. If I sit here and tell you it didn't happen, I would be lying to you. But you know what pulled us through and what kept us here? It was love. See, we have to stop saying, I love you in the moment and learning how to say, I love you. So when the moment comes, you can show that person that you love them. Let's move past lustful love and let's get to real love. Let's move from lustfully loving and falling in love to having some genuine love. Let's get back to valuing what marriage and what relationships look like. Let's get back to valuing what parenting looks like. Let's get back to valuing what Sunday dinners look like. Let's get back to valuing what Friday night dinner, Saturday. Let's just get back to what dinner time looks like in love when families can come together and have dinner. Man, I know everybody got a different work schedule. But in order to restore love within the family, within the home, within the relationship, and to regain that control and to learn how to to date and to grow in love instead of just falling in love, let's grow in love. In closing, I've already gone 6 minutes past, but I want to say to all of you that are dating on tonight, know who you're getting involved with. Understand that there's something that's called a honeymoon phase. For the first 3 weeks, you're gonna get a lot of honeymoon phases. She's not gonna do anything that's gonna upset you. He's not gonna do anything that's gonna upset you. We're all eager to please because we want to win the heart and the mind. Give it a little bit longer. Look at it. Go through some things. Have some discussions that you're not going to agree on. I don't even want to call them disagreements, but have some conversations that you're going to have different views on. See how we respond to the different views that we have when we go into those discussions about the various things. All right? Hey, listen, you're watching this live. You get it before the sun come up. You without a church home. You in Central Texas looking for a place to fellowship. Consider us. New Life Christian Fellowship Center, Texas, the one and only New Life Christian Fellowship Center, Texas, located at 5103 South Fort Hood Street in the city of Killeen. We're on the access road to State Highway 195. We're at New Life because at New Life is where new life is found, lived, and achieved through love. You're broken. You just need to be loved back to strength. You want to be in a place where people know how to love and respect you and treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. And you just need a good place to fellowship and to be with us. Consider us on tomorrow in Central Texas. If you're not in Central Texas, you're in another part of the world, another part of the United States, tune in. Go to nlcfc.org. I want to type it in for you. nlcfc.org. Go to it. That's where you can find us at. Lock it in. We start at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're live 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. You're welcome to join us online. If you're watching online and you don't have a church home, consider us, man. We have an awesome distant membership. We have a beautiful app where we're constantly communicating daily with inspirations, where we are sharing the love of Christ and that we are encouraging our youth and our singles to seek genuine love and to understand what it means to preserve and to persevere in life. Consider us tomorrow, 10 a.m., 5103 South Fort Hood Street. Hey, and if you got anything you want to talk to me about, hit the QR code up there. Hit the QR code, takes you right to my Christian life coaching page. I do Christian life coaching. I do team mentoring. I do business coaching. Go to the website. Let me put the website up for the business coaching. Check us out. Church home, life coaching. Just want to be loved. Just want to have a conversation. Check us out. We're here. Leave you with this. Just because you're lonely now does not mean you're going to be alone forever. Trust God. Know those that you come in contact with. Don't rush into relationships. Allow for those special moments to come into your life. And especially if you are a young high schooler, teenager, someone that's in college that's never been married, that's not in a relationship, that's been preserving yourself, continue to preserve yourself until that special moment, that special person come along. Those that are looking to reestablish a relationship, understand you cannot carry your brokenness into your next relationship. Taking brokenness into the next relationship would never allow for you to have a healthy relationship again. Don't hold her faults over her head or his shortcomings over his head. Grow in unity and in love with one another. Hey, it's Dr. Harris, the Dr. Trey Harris. Check it out. Just want to say thank you for giving me a few moments of your time. If I've blessed you in any way, spoken one word to you to help you on tonight, hit the QR code. Let me know. Let's have a conversation. Write me in the chat. Download the app. Download the page. Follow me on YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. And if you're in need of a good church home, the only place to be is the New Life Christian Fellowship Center, Texas, here in Killeen, 5103 South Fort Hood Street, where new life is found, lived, and achieved. God bless you. I'll see you the next time that we come together on the live stream. God bless you.